Now, good morning, viewers. Welcome to Global Entertainment News Breakfast Show. Now, daily dose of news and updates. I am Busola, your host, and joining me in the studio today are
Steven.
Bella. Okay, now we take today's story from Punch and Vanguard newspaper. Today's top story from Punch. Lawyers absent stores kidnapper Evans rearrangement. The rearrangement of the convicted billionaire kidnapper Chukwuemeka, also known as Evans, before Justice Adenike Kuka of Lagos High Court in Ikeja, was on Thursday stalled due to the absence of his counsel. When the case was called, he was not represented by any lawyer. Justice Coker then asked Evans the whereabouts of his lawyer and why he had not been informed of the day proceeding. I am not sure if my lawyer is coming, Evans replied. Bella, what is your thought on it?
My question is, why would like why would a lawyer want to stand for a known kidnapper? I don't understand though.
He
Like,
paid for his job. Oh.
I know he's being paid for a job, but how would you want to defend this act? Okay, you want to try to defend it like, yes, my client's here, or is innocent, or is what are you trying to? What? How is it going to put the work together so that
Nigeria
this
will do
man,
anything for money.
so that this man will not go to court? Because how? He collected money for it and then he promised him, like, evidence too much now for what the guy did. Everything, there's a whole lot of evidence. So how are you going to try to confuse the judge? I don't allow my client to go to court, jail, because it's innocent of what on the evidence that is flowing.
You have to see honesty.
Well, my own thought about this would be that I think the lawyers or the defendants to Evans, I think they have issues because if a lawyer is paid for a particular job, be it a bad case or a good case, the lawyer should show up, be able to defend his or her client.
Something might have happened.
Something might have happened between Evans and the lawyer, or the lawyer felt that okay, well, this case is not a case that he or she will win. It probably is a case that is going to lose. And some lawyers don't want to have a losing streak to their own to their CV or something like that. I think that's where the case is coming from. Evans, everybody knows Evans is guilty of this or all the charges leveled against him, but see,
He
I
already
believe
know that he don't want to have a lose in his files.
Yeah.
Why would he take this? Like, why would he take
the
it up?
amount he was given. Nigeria, see, forget. Nigeria will do anything for money. Nigeria, we go extra miles for money.
Not just Nigeria. Let me just talk about the lawyers that they're being paid to defend people when you actually know that those
They are
people
guilty.
they are guilty of whatever they are being accused of, and then you still collect the money. Lawyer, now they try, now work
Make
too
them
much.
pay
Their work is too much.
Okay, moving on. Lagos 3 trillion naira 2025 budget prioritizes infrastructure, tourism. The governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, on Thursday presented a 3.005 trillion naira budget being proposed as an appropriation bill for the year 2025 to the Lagos State House of Assembly. The governor presented the proposed budget of 3.005 trillion naira to the Assembly during a session presided over by Speaker Mudashiru Obasa, target budget of sustainability. The budget, according to the governor, aims to address infrastructure, economic diversification, and other critical sectors. 3.005 trillion naira.
I will still a borrow.
Like, I was surprised when I heard that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu borrowed $2.2 billion again today. God, I still keep saying it. Who are people borrowing money?
It's for their own maintenance, though.
Which maintenance? Because every single day they are borrowing.
Because
what are they using the money to do?
We, the citizens, are not just included in whatever borrowing that they are borrowing. It's for their own maintenance. But the fact that what we needed to be cautious about is what is their collateral. Like, what are they using to
Borrowing the money.
pay back this money that they have been borrowing? Because there's a whole lot of budget that have been presenting for 2 weeks now, and then this has to be in the thought of everybody's mind. What are we actually achieving out of all those things? Nothing. The infrastructure is crumbling every day. The food price is hiking up. Everything, the light, the national grid is collapsing every three market days. So we just needed to find. We just need to voice out. I know we are adjusting to whatever hardship, but in some cases we still needed to voice out about it or what is actually happening.
Well, I don't think there's much to say on that issue because one, this is a budget they've signed already, a 3 trillion naira budget. My own point is, please and please, the Lagos State government, if you know you want to implement this budget, they should implement it in the right way. Now that they are saying tourism, they want to look more about infrastructure and tourism.
05 on tourism.
But
I believe they should even look more on making Lagos clean. Because to me, in all the states I've been to, I think Lagos is the most dirtiest place. Imagine, apart from the fact that Lagos is fine, Lagos is beautiful, but as beautiful as Lagos is, it's dirty also. If they can work on drainage around that Orchid area, the Lekki side, the VI axis, if they can put more budgets on this issue, making cleanliness a better place.
You know the most you know Nigeria has a whole lot of tourism that just exclude, not even talk about Lagos alone. If you go to the northern part, the eastern part, Nigeria has a whole lot of tourism, and then this thing can actually generate even more than the amount that the Lagos government is presenting.
Yeah.
And if those place is being worked on, I think like Nigeria is just going to be flowing. But at the same time, the leaders matters. Who do we put there to actually manage these things for us is what matters, because they are using it for their own advantage. It's not for us. It's not for us. The crude oil that is being discovered in several places, government is going to come out and claim it. And at the end of the day, there's nothing that is being presented for the citizen to actually rely on. And then we just ended up with nothing and still adjusting to whatever hardship that is being poured towards us.
How was it? This Nigeria. Moving on. Visiting US-based Nigerian brought 9 drugs before death, says police. The Ogun State Police Command on Thursday said it found 9 different drugs and medications in the hotel room of the visiting US-based 51-year-old Sunday Abidoye, whose lifeless body was discovered at the Crystal Hotel Room, GRA, Shagamu on Wednesday. The command spokesperson SP Omolola Odutola disclosed this in a statement on Thursday to confirm Abidoye's death. Odutola explained that the chief security officer of the hotel, one Mr. Adepoye, reported the incident regarding the discovery of the deceased customer to the police 5 days after his arrival from the United States of America. So what do you have to say on this?
Well, I think this is a case of
Drug
the man.
overdose.
I don't think it's drug overdose, because if it were to be drug overdose, it will be they would have stated it that it was
This is
drug
the kind
overdose.
of drug that was found there.
I think the person was actually sick. Was
Exactly
actually
what I have to
diagnosed.
say. Why she's treating herself before coming down here.
I believe the person was actually diagnosed for something, because one, you coming from the US just to come and lodge in a particular place, and they heard of that, okay, before the next day you died there. I believe that person is being diagnosed of something. I think they should just go first. The first thing the police should need to do is have an autopsy on that corpse.
Exactly.
They should know what's really wrong with that person, because this is not a case of, since there was no
And
any,
they want to contact her family.
since there was no any visitor that came to see the person, as well as the visitor, that we can say, okay, the visitor is the one in charge, the suspect should be the visitor, but there was no visitor. I think what they need to do first is make an autopsy, so we'll have a full story on that,
What happened to her?
of what happened to the person.
Okay. Moving on. Rest 31 years presidential ambition, Bode George tells Atiku. The former deputy national chairman of the People Democratic Party, Chief Bode George, has advised former Vice President Atiku Abubakar to end his 31 years long bid to be president. noting that Article B to be president dated back to the year 1993. Judge said it was high time the former vice president retired from such a contest, especially in the 2027 election. Addressing a press conference at his Ikoyi, Lagos office on Thursday, Judge urged Atiku to assume the position of the nation and leave his bid to the people.
It is going to be the one to tell Atiku that he should abandon his ambition for being Nigerian president because he sees that he doesn't have, he's not destined in that path. What is he going to tell the sitting president right now? Because I feel like this one is just in a this person is someone that I'm supporting. Is in a world of supportment. So
Yeah.
okay, if the sitting president wanted to contest in 2027, he's still going to be like he's destined for that. That is what he's going to say. While nothing is actually being done. Why don't you just ask the sitting president to let him just come down so that someone else, maybe Atiku, can actually take over and then do the best thing, because you are already. I don't want it to sound the way I want it to sound, but at the same time, I feels like there is this politics that we are in is on the base of my region, my tribal, and then my support. Whoever I support, even if the person is wrong, we're still going to be like, let him be there. Even if the person is wrong and it's my tribal person, at least we too, we go no say we don't get a person with the inside government. That is what is happening in Nigeria. Because we can't actually just say that Adekunle is much more looking younger than the sitting president right now. So why is it going to be like he should abandon his ambition for pursuing the president because it's not destiny through that? What about the person that has been pursuing it that actually did absolutely nothing for his entire years, even the one that was ruling in Lagos, and then he still come back and then make everything worse for us? What advice does it have for him?
Well, I would say I support Body George statement, because one, for someone to be chasing a particular presidential seat for 31 years, definitely it's sending a message that this person is desperate for this position. Because I don't see that post as something that someone should be desperate of. You are somebody we want to elect. If since 1993 you have been pursuing this thing, you didn't get there. Definitely the masses, people don't want you there. Because I think Atiku has this kind of record. It's just like who would I use as an example? I think Wiki. He has that kind of arrogant spirit when he's in power. Because if you put Atiku at that stage, we are saying we are suffering now, we'll suffer more, because Atiku does not hear nonsense. If you like talk one, it's going to.
What about the one that is sitting one? How many have we talked about that?
We can't compare both of them now, because this is the first time the sitting president is the president. It's the first time of him becoming the president. We can't compare. Atiku is someone that we've seen his past. We've seen his past loops and everything. Atiku can only be a vice president. He can't be a president, because I don't think he has the zeal of becoming a president. He has the charisma. He doesn't have it the way I see it too. For someone to be chasing one particular post for 31 years, it doesn't mean the person is very which one will I use? Very desperate for that position. Just imagine he gets that position in the next election. What he has been money he has been wasting since 31 years ago. You want to see that money for years, and this is what doing this embezzlement, stealing of money, doing this at the wrong time. I support Body George. To me,
the period we are now is all in embezzlement and stealing of money. Everybody is using the government's money as their own advantage. The person that we actually wanted to there is not someone that is going to be like, this is all for me alone and then the cabinet alone. There's someone that we are going to is someone that knows that this is a national cake. You eat, I eat, and then everywhere will be okay. But right now we are actually, should I say, we are in a mess, because nothing is actually going to look okay a bit lighter for us in the next time. So, George, I am trying to say that Atiku should just abandon. What if, next time come and then he actually won it? Because right now, nobody is going to say that in 2027 that is going to come, a few people can actually say that those that say that these are my tribal, that is still standing for tribal, that is fighting for tribal, will say that okay, I'm still going to vote for the sitting president again. But few people will going to say that no, they are not voting for this kind of a person. What if he actually won it? There are still people out there, even if it is not presidential seat, that are still chasing one ambition for even more than 31 years. And then at the end of it, when they feels like, okay, maybe let me just give up a hope, and then it comes to them. What if it's actually happened like that? And then we feels like if Atiku is going to come in, everything is going to go, and then everything actually turns out to be better. Because if you can remember, the 2023 election, everybody were saying that they never voted for the sitting president. It was the INEC that actually planned his own way out. So what makes you feel like, okay, the person that is there now, he deserves it so much? Body George is actually trying to hide his own person and feels like the person that is there now, even if he's going to be wrong, we should try to overlook it.
Bode George is actually the chairman to PDP, and Atiku is under PDP too. It's not being biased in this situation, but it's what he believes
But
is
me,
the right
I
thing.
felt there is something going on in that party. Like they know they agree for each other.
Everybody.
They know they agree for each other.
If someone is going to be in the PDP and then you see him paying so much attention to APC, try to know that this person is actually trying to get an information from the PDP cabinet and then bring it to the APC. Like, we are just ruining ourselves in this country, and I don't even know how to. So, Jared, move on.
God will help us in this like that. Okay, moving on to top story from Vanguard. End bad governance protest. Kano reunites minors with parents. Kano Governor Abba Yusuf of Kano State yesterday reunited 76 minors arrested in connection with the End Bad Governance protest in the state with their parents. The governor, represented by his chief of staff Shehu Shagaji, handed over the minors who underwent rehabilitation for over 1 week at the Muhammadu Buhari Specialist Hospital in Kano after their release from detention in Abuja. Thank God, at least they released them already.
There's still a lot going on in this post of end bad government protest that even we the citizens, it's just what they want us to hear, that they are just putting out. Thank God, though, they have already reunited to their parents. But how come it has now turned to another 76? The last time it was 113, I think.
116.
116. Now it turns to 76. The number is increasing, decreasing. Like Nigeria is just a scene of, how will I even say it? It's just a scene for everybody to just, well, let me just watch and go, Jared. Let me just watch and go.
What do you have to say on this thing?
Well, it's a good development, sha. Because what me I'm happy about is that 1 week rehabilitation they give them. Because I think that's what the children need. Most of those minors, they need, their brains are not settled. Because I'm just trying to imagine how someone would be
Do you know the trauma they will have went
in a
through?
prison for 90 something days,
3 months.
3 months. The kind of psychological situation that person is probably be going through. Because one, depression will set in. So many things, anxiety will also set in because you'll be in a particular place. You can't go out, you can't move in. There's no freedom of movement. Everywhere is dark. The smell, even their health service is very challenging. So I think now that the government has said, okay, they've gone under 1 week rehabilitation and they are now united with their parents. I think to me it's a good one for the government and a plus to us anyway.
Alright, moving on. 2/3 of households lack money for healthy food, says MBS survey. In an apparent reflection of the multidimensional poverty in the country and the impact of continuous reduction in the purchasing power of Nigeria due to the rising price of goods and services, 2/3 of households in the country lack money to eat healthy, nutritious food, a survey by the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) has revealed. So, Steve, what do you have to say on this?
Even that to thought self, I don't think to thought is even
It's not even the complete survey. Do I say
because even me, I can't remember when last I ate a 3 square meal. We will be saying before now 5 times at the chop. Now someone waking up early in the morning is gonna look at okay, if I eat around 8, what will I eat in the afternoon? The person will have to wait till like 11, 12 before you
Exactly.
eat. Once you eat at that
Before
11,
they eat
12,
afternoon food for like 3, 4.
and during that afternoon period, you'll be like, something needs to be in my tummy. Okay, let's say biscuits will go in, this will go in, but that night food. If you know how people are being stingy with night food now, you can't come to someone's house and tell me, guy, how far you don't come? Wetin make I give you? Wetin make I give you? No be, you know the kind of give you. So you just be looking at me like that. You know you see that I don't go.
You know the most funniest part is that the dollar is just like rising. This lady was like, during this is not 2017. She said that she was earning at least 300,000 naira
Yeah.
then, and then she was able to get everything, food and all that. Like her home was overfilled. And right now in this
She's
2024,
getting more than that.
she's getting more than that, but still yet the money
She's not
is
satisfied.
money is not enough to go around for what she wants, and she's even managing to even at least like just to struggle to make sure that I don't need to lack this. So you can imagine people that are not even earning that amount. How are they going to survive in this kind of? Well, Nigeria, it's just like I say, they just choke you for neck. You wake up, you say, Nigeria, I no one die, because people with 5, 6 children they are struggling.
Yeah.
I'm still going to talk about this minimum wage of 70,000 naira that almost all the government are saying there. Even if the government signed it, I'm asking the people that has a small business that is not even earning a million naira in a month, how are they going to pay people that amount? How will those people that are working under them going to survive to get food for themselves? To survive in a daily basis, like in a daily basis, the hospital is going to be full, and then there's no any good equipment that is going on there. Imagine, okay, being hepatitis now, and then you needed drugs is expensive. You need to eat. You need good food to eat so that you can at least stay healthy. The food is expensive. The whole thing is not even whether it's coming down or it's going up, or we are just adjusting. If I see Gary 3 times in a day, 100 naira cannot even help you to buy Gary. 100 naira is not even enough for you to buy Gary this time. If they sell 100 naira Gary for you, just be like they use this olden time make tomato tin, that small one, they use it to measure in, and then it's 100, and a grown up man cannot eat it now.
Very well wished.
Well, yeah, it's tiring.
I swear. Okay, moving on. This man slams 50 million naira suit on NDLEA over illegal detention. A Nigerian, Damilare Samuel, has instituted a 50 million naira rights enforcement suit against the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA). Damilare, popularly called Nagod in the suit by his lawyer Dayo Onifade, is contending that he has been in NDLEA custody since September 25, 2024 without any formal charges against him. He is therefore asking the court for a declaration that his arrest and detention since September 25, 2024 without charge is unlawful, unconstitutional, null and void. What do you think about this?
Well, but this is just one out of the many cases we've been having with NDLE, because NDLE, they always want to, when these people
Probably
start,
are still investigating on his matter.
apart from investigating, I don't know why will you go to the streets and arrest a particular. I don't. Because if you have a good evidence to arrest someone, there should be a warrant before you go and arrest the person. I think this situation is a situation whereby he was picked from the street,
Okay.
probably on a raid or something. He was arrested, and you kept this person for over a month, and now you're close to a month. It's close to a month. So it's September 25th. It's close to a month now.
More than a month.
And the law says that anybody you arrest at least 24 hours,
Yeah.
maximum 48 hours, the person should be charged to court, should be in court. You kept this person in detention for over a month. Probably you want to extort money from the person, or he has been given a particular bill, he can't pay for the bill. Now that the guy is out now and he wants a 50 million suit, he's suing NDLE for 50 million. I think it's right. It's even small to me. I will sue them 200 million because because that human right you have come against is freedom. You've come against you've
He's even unable to do his business and
so
work
many
again for the
so many
past
You
2 years.
emotional
won't
job
notice
has come
that
to him.
almost all the security personnel in Nigeria, both the police, the army, the LASMA, the NDA, the Nigerian drug law enforcement, all of them, like they are moving in one direction. Like you don't know which one is going to be better. You don't. This is not the first time that they are being sued with this amount, or different amount has been coming upon them, unlawful detention and all that, and then they still wanted to move. Like if you're going to detain someone, please have every right, like make sure that you come with the documents and all that. This person, I want to search your place. So some of them said they even went into the house on, like, how now? This is someone privacy. They just go into it or without even any Nigeria is just as if that we we don't even know left to right there. We just they do the one way we feel do.
Okay, viewers, moving on to what is trending. MC Olumo defies court order and assume office as NURTW president. I rest my case. In Nigeria, court order is a suggestion. Eh?
Well, it's very wrong for MC Olumo to assume that office because that case of the election they had at Oshogbo, the election is not yet decisive yet. There are rumors saying Ibikunle Barua is the legitimate winner of that election. Even Falana has come out to say they need to
Check.
remove Oluwomo from that post and give it to the legitimate person. Because me, I won't say more because this man we are trying to put as president of the NURTW, that's the National Union of Road Transport Workers. If we put this man there, we know the history of this person already. Having this kind of person as their leader, so many things will happen in the near future. Because if the court says Barua is the legitimate winner of the election, I think they should give this things to him and remove
They have
that
already
person.
given it to Barrow.
For,
But he's
for,
on seat
for,
now.
for him to
Now.
assume that post
It has
without
already been given to Barrow. I saw the
the,
video where some of his team has been moved out of the
it's
office.
not officially given to Barua. It's the person who gave this post to another person sitting on that seat. What are we going to call
That's
it?
what I'm saying. He's on seat.
It says that been
Because
moved out of that.
he's
I
trying
don't
to
think
use
was
one
not
kind of
the
veto
voice.
power. He's trying to use one kind of veto. I believe he believes there's someone behind him that telling him
Godfather.
nothing is wrong.
Yeah,
Nothing is wrong. But for him to summon that courage and defy a court order and goes to that office to sit down on that chair, even make a picture from that chair, I think it needs to be sanctioned, if possible, charged to court because it's against the courts and against the
and then supported this government of APC. We are actually giving a position. It's either you deserve it or not. Your position is sure for you. Since you are going to be in a support, he's trying to claim what he has already fight for in the election time. Like him coming out and then threatening people in that election time that if you are not voting for this party, be cut off. So you are not voting there with his gang. So he needed to he need his own composition now for what he has done in the election time. So I think the royalties is being paid to him, and then it doesn't work that way. It does not have to work that way. You don't need to shun the people's voice and then expect that your own interest is what you have to put for them. Is your own interest because you feel like this person has already, so this is where you needed to compensate him with the seat that even if he does deserve it or he does not deserve it, it feels like since he has already fought a war in that do his own part in the election times and all. So I beg Nigeria, it's just you just need to drink cold water and sleep and wake up. I'm tired.
Okay, viewers, we've come to the end of today's show. Thank you guys for joining us on the Breakfast Show today. I've been your host, Bisola. Be sure to join us again. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more news and updates on Global Entertainment News. Have a blessed day.
Bye.